Hello, everyone. Today I'll be applying the learning perspective, specifically from a behaviorist viewpoint, to analyze the character of Katherine Johnson from the film Hidden Figure. The learning perspective, developed by the series like B.F. Skinner, explain that human behavior and personality are shaped by interactions with the environment. This approach views behaviors as the result of learned experience and reinforcement, rather than internal traits or unconscious processes. And the first important concept is operant conditioning, which explains that behavior is shaped by the consequence. In operant conditioning, behavior is followed by a positive outcome, such as reward, are likely to be repeated, while those following by negative consequence, such as punishment, are less likely to occur. The second concept is reinforcement. Reinforcement can be either positive, such as a prize or reward, or negative, such as removing an unpleasant stimulus. Both forms of reinforcement serve to strengthen the certain behaviors. In Katherine Johnson's case, her behaviors were often positively reinforced by praise and recognized of her mathematical skills. And the third key concept is situational specificity. And behaviorists argued that people behave differently depending on the specific content of situations they're in. Catherine's personality shifts depending on the environment she's in, whether at home or a family or at work when she's segregated office of NASA. Now let's move on to the Catherine's personality and behavior in Hidden Figures. So in Catherine's mathematics skill talent is nurtured from a young age through positive reinforcement. When she's just a kid, she receives encouragement and praise from her teacher and family for exceptional intelligence. For example, in the film, her teacher, Miss Summer, urged that her parents to send Catherine to an advanced school because of her unique mathematical abilities. The scholarship and early recognition serve as a positive reinforcement, encouraging Catherine to continue to develop her skills. Later on, when she begins working at NASA, Catherine encounters both positive and negative reinforcements. Initially, she faced resistance and discrimination of her colleagues who underestimate her capabilities because of her race and gender. However, despite these barriers, her mathematical contribution to NASA's space mission are eventually acknowledged. This recognition as a form of positive reinforcement reinforced her persistence and dedication to her work. Each time her calculation plays a vital role in NASA's success, Catherine's behavior is reinforced, encouraging her to continue excelling. Catherine's behavior also demonstrates situational specificity. At home, she's a nurturing mother focused on caring for her children. At work, however, her behavior is shaped by the challenges of working in a segregated and male-dominant environment. For instance, she's forced to walk long distance to use the colored bathroom, and this daily discrimination frustrates her. Her eventual outburst at her supervisor, Al Harrison, it highlights how her behavior is influenced by the specific pressure of her work environment. Her ability to adapt to different environments, whether at home or at NASA, shows how her behavior is shaped by the specific contingency of each setting. Behaviorists argued that individuals behave differently depending on the environment they're in, but Catherine's ability to thrive in such hostile circumstances reflect her learned ability to cope with adversity. Another important behaviorist principle is environmental determinism, where it suggests that our actions are shaped entirely by external stimuli. Catherine's personality development can be seen as a product of the reinforcement she received throughout her life, whether they were positive or negative. Her achievement at NASA were not the result of some inherited traits, but rather the product of her learned responses to the challenges she faced. For example, Catherine's persistence in improving her mathematical ability to her colleague can be understood through the lens of operant conditioning. She learns through past experience that continually to perform her best work, even in the face of discrimination, will eventually lead to recognition and rewards. This reinforcement the behavior's idea that our actions are driven by external rewards and consequences rather than internal motivations. Thanks for listening.